All right, you guys, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about Anthony Richardson on today. Richardson could be the key to the Colts' future and success. And the reason why I say that, because Anthony Richardson's ceiling is probably one of the highest ceilings out of all the quarterbacks that are going into the draft. He's the youngest quarterback. He's the most athletic quarterback. He has a cannon of an arm, and he has been set up for success. And this is his supporting cast going into 2023. Now, if Anthony Richardson wins the job over Gardner Minshew, which I think that he could possibly end up starting. Now, a lot of people say that Anthony Richardson should sit, and I understand that too as well. But with a young quarterback like Anthony Richardson, you can use all the reps that you can possibly get to be able to be ready to take this team on. When they drafted him, I'm pretty sure that they knew that this is what they wanted to do, because pretty much I think the Colts ended up hiring the offensive coordinator that was Jalen Hurts' coordinator. And he worked with Jalen Hurts for the last 2 seasons. And we're talking about Jalen Hurts, who had a phenomenal 2 seasons of good run and playing football, and ended up getting a big contract this season, and pretty much now is the franchise quarterback. A lot of people didn't think that Jalen Hurts could get it done, but he got it done, and now he got a big payday. And now the Indianapolis Colts do something that I didn't think that they were going to do. I got to be honest. I thought that they would take Will Levis. I did not think that they would take Anthony Richardson. But because how mature Anthony Richardson is, and how young he is, and how he's that type of player that is very dynamic, but also he's a guy that's willing to learn. He's coachable. And you have to be a coachable player going into the NFL, especially when you're a young guy and you play the quarterback position. You have to be a coachable player. But if you look at the talent that Anthony Richardson has already been set up with, he's set up for success. He already has wide receiver Anthony Pittman. He already has running back Jonathan Taylor, who is one of the best running backs in the league. He already has Alec Pierce, who came on last season as a rookie and was balling with the Colts last season. And then you get a guy in Josh Downs from North Carolina, who's coming off 2,000-yard seasons catching the football with the North Carolina Tar Heels. So you're already setting this guy up for success. Now, I think with Anthony Richardson, this is what I would do if I was the coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts. I would dink and dunk him to death, because we pretty much know that Anthony Richardson has a cannon of an arm, and one of his best physical traits is being able to throw the deep ball. We know that he can do that, but it's the underneath stuff that he has to get better at. I think it's the underneath, those intermediate routes, those short routes, is what he's going to have to get his timing on and his precision on. I think that Anthony Richardson could be box office. This kid said out of his mouth that he's going to put the work in. Even after the stories come out now, even after the draft, that him and Josh Downs pretty much text each other right after the draft and started working out right in the parking lot of the hotel, started throwing the football to this guy right away. So you already know that the chemistry is going to be fire for him and Josh Downs. But, man, he got 2 weapons in Alec Pierce, who runs a 4.3. And then you got also Jonathan Taylor, who is definitely one of the best running backs. He got dinged up a lot last season, and he was hurt a lot. But I think that Taylor is going to be back fresh, and he's going to be ready to go. This Colts team is ready to win. When you look at this Colts team, for the past couple seasons, they had one of the best offensive lines led by Quentin Nelson. They had one of the best defenses in the league, led by Darius Leonard. This team, only thing that they really need was a quarterback. Now, I'm not saying that Anthony Richardson is going to go out there and just dog it and be the man and all that type of stuff, because I know he's going to have the ups and downs of all what all rookie quarterbacks have. They have the ups and downs. He's going to have that. It's going to be days that he's looking really, really good in games, and then it's going to be games that he struggles. But I think if the Colts know how to work him into the system right, they would make him work constantly on being able to dink and dunk the ball. Once he's comfortable with dinking and dunking and got those dinking and dunk and those little small intermediate routes down, then you can start going to his bread and butter, which is the deep ball. I think that the supporting cast that he has, this guy is set up for success with the Colts. Anthony Richardson could be box office. A lot of people dogged this guy and said that they didn't want him on their team. They don't, it's just people talking all the time, and sometimes they don't really give these quarterbacks a chance. This kid has never played in the NFL yet. He's going to get his opportunity, and I say that, before you start labeling him and saying that he's trash or he's not this and he's not that, give this kid a 2 to 3 year window to be able to figure this thing out. And I think once he figures the NFL out and the speed of the NFL, I think that Richardson can tear this thing up, man. Just like a lot of people was downplaying Jalen Hurts. And now Jalen Hurts is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. This is kind of crazy. Jalen Hurts has gotten paid before Tua has. And Tua was the big quarterback at Alabama. And now Jalen Hurts is the big dog in the NFL. It's kind of crazy how things work out. Now, not saying that Tua can't play, because Tua did have a better season last year, but those concussions and stuff like that, it's kind of hurting Tua right now. You know what I'm saying? So with the biggest thing with Anthony Richardson, I think they just need to take a slow approach with him. If they're going to let him start, just allow this kid to dink and dunk. And then once he masters the dink and dunk, be able to go to the home run. And that's that deep ball. Once he's able to do that, man, because he can make every throw. This kid can make every throw. He can make every throw on the run. He can do it all. I know they're going to run some RPOs. I know they're going to do all these different things with them. The Colts are going to be a different type of team this year. And I don't think that a lot of people who know that. If Anthony Richardson is the starting quarterback from day one, because I think him and Gardner Minshew are going to compete for that number one starting job. And if they give the keys to this young fella, I know some people say don't start him yet and he should be sitting. But if it's the Colts' decision, they drafted him, and I'm pretty sure the fans are going to want to see what they have in Anthony Richardson. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're going to want to see what type of quarterback this kid is ultimately going to be at the end of the day. But I think that Anthony Richardson is he's going to shock a lot of people, man. I know a lot of people may say, you crazy, TA, you don't know what you're talking about. But I'm telling you, man, I think that Anthony Richardson is going to shock some people. Because a lot of people dogged this kid. They talked about, look at his completion percentage. It's only 53 point, Get to the NFL, he has a new start, man. He gets an opportunity to be worked in. And if you get the right people to be able to coach you in the NFL, man, I think skies is going to be the limit. But look at the supporting cast he had. He's already set up for success. Anthony Richardson is already set up for success. He already has the offensive line. He already has a solid defense. What a huge pickup, getting 2 young corners. And they picked up Julius Brents, who is a dog, who a lot of people don't even know who this kid is. Julius Brents from Kansas State is going to be a dog at that corner position. So definitely, man, putting him on that defense with Darius Leonard and the rest of them guys, man, this team, the Colts, is going to be scary, man. The Colts is going to be, I think they're going to be a solid team next year. A lot of people are probably thinking that this team is probably going to be a team that, is not going to be ready, but they already have the weapons. They already got everybody in place. They got Alec Pierce, who's a nice receiver as well. Then you got Josh Downs, the rookie, coming in. He's probably going to be in the slot. Then you got your 2 outside guys in Pittman and Pierce. This team, come on, man. This team got nothing but athletes, man. This team is set up for success. And if Anthony Richardson can be a smidge or a tidge of what Andrew Luck was with the Colts, I'm telling you, man, the Colts really, really did a great job in drafting, man. Because Anthony Richardson, if he really, really balls out and really pans out to be a good player, man, that's just gonna make the Colts scary every year, man. Having a quarterback with that type of athleticism, a quarterback that understands that he wants to get better, knows that he needs to get better. Anthony Richardson is going to make this Colts team scary in 2023 if he does take over. I think that he's going to be box office with this team, and the Colts have already put him right there for success to be able to lead this team into the future. All right, guys, leave your comments in the comment section. I'll be back to you soon with another video, and I'm out of here until next time. Peace.